Good morning and welcome to Rise and 9. It's Monday.
Yeah, Monday of a short week for a lot of people, ourselves included.
Yeah, that's always nice. Get to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday here in just a few days.
Right, and I woke up Monday, I'm like, I just would still want to be in my sweatpants. So I wore this sweater dress, which just is like the closest thing to sweats we get.
Yeah, very comfortable. It's always cold in the studio, but yeah, especially kind of, foggy out there this morning. So it feels really extra cozy inside.
Yeah, absolutely. And even some schools, some kids are getting to sleep in a little bit. They're having to delay for that fog. It seems like mostly bad in the southern part of our viewing area, but it's headed up.
Yeah, looking at those city cams this morning during the morning show, it looked like, especially down Coralville, it was really hard to see even on that camera. So we're going to want to take some extra time and be really careful out there this morning.
Yeah, and a good reminder as we're headed into the winter season to have our app downloaded so you can get alerts about those school delays or even cancellations when those happen. We know that'll be here before we know it.
Exactly, yeah, something you can take right along with you.
Yeah, but this weekend as we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, lots of people may be headed to the grocery store. And Operation Give Birds also had their Great Give Day to hand out those Thanksgiving meals that you so generously help provide.
Yeah, those meals will feed 12,000 people. That number, oh my goodness, that's so many people thanks to all of your generous donations.
Yeah, that's 2,600 some boxes of meals. That's a lot of people that are going to have, and it's not just, it is food, but it's food for that special Thanksgiving holiday, and that meal is so important for that day.
It is, yeah, and I know you shared a video on your social media. You were there when they were loading all these up.
Yes, last year I was there when we loaded them into the cars, and the most challenging part about that was just knowing how to open up people's trunks. They're all a little bit different. But today I was there, or yesterday was there. It feels like the day went by so quick. That was all the same day, but that was yesterday. Was there as we got the boxes assembled, got everything loaded in. I was on potato duty from the whole big pallet of potatoes, loaded those 5-pound potatoes into the boxes, but there were so many volunteers there.
Yeah.
On that video on my Facebook and Instagram pages, there are lots of little kids helping out too. I had that video, that one little boy was like raising way up over his head to get that box, and he was just doing his best. It was really nice to see such a outpouring of community support to help everybody, and that is impacted right here in our own viewing area.
Yeah, nice to see those kids already learning how to give back and helping out, and I really enjoyed all that you were able to capture in that video.
Right, yeah, so many people helping out. There's some heavy lifting to get all that done, but so important the work they're doing.
Yeah, I imagine those potato bags had to add up after a while.
Right, I was kind of feeling it, yeah. They're only 5 pounds, but after doing it for a couple hours, but it's all for a good cause. I was so happy to help out.
Yeah, and the holidays just coming right around the corner. And with that, the holiday train coming through Eastern Iowa today.
Yes, I have never been able to see this personally, but I've always wanted to. It sounds so fun.
I know. I've always wanted to as well. It reminds me of Polar Express. I've not seen it in person, but some pretty big artists on it this year. Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
So that's a throwback.
Right. Hey, now you're an all-star.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be so cool. And I haven't seen it in person either, but the pictures are always incredible to see this train all lit up at night.
Yeah, they have it all decorated, and I don't know how it works, but it seems like they just open up a door and then they're on to the next stop. I'm not sure. Yeah. It looks so fun.
Yeah, it looks like they kind of pop it open, do a performance, and then on to the next. So some of those stops today, we have New Albin, 1:45, Lansing at 3:30. Then it'll head to Marquette at 5:30, Guttenberg at 7:30, Dubuque at 9:45. That'll be so cool to see it after dark.
Yeah, absolutely. And this has been happening since 1999. I didn't realize it had been that long.
Yeah, this is the CPKC holiday train that we're talking about. And yeah, that's a long time, a long history, really making traditions for families all across Eastern Iowa.
But this is also doing a good thing, raising money to support local food banks.
Yeah, that's awesome. And especially this year, a lot of people struggling.
Right, absolutely. And you get a fun community event too. And it's not the same towns every year. I don't know if it was last year or year before it went through Ocean, so it's kind of fun to get to mix it up, and it goes through different portions of Iowa.
Yeah, it'd be so neat to see it in person. I bet the kids especially probably love that.
Oh, even just to see the train is fun, and then to see it all lit up, and kids love to, get them to honk.
Yeah, kids like trains even without all the lights and the music. So this is just, up the ante. That's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, one of my friends, her little boy, he's, I don't know, I think 3 now, and they have a little train track all over their house. He needs to go to this if it heads that way.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty special. And also happening the Cedar Rapids Police Department has a hiring window. They operate with hiring windows when they look to hire. That is coming to an end soon, so you'll want to get your application in if you're interested in being a Cedar Rapids police officer. I did a ride-along with them for this week's Working Iowa, which was really interesting because I got to kind of see how they operate in action.
Right. What is a typical day like? And they said, I remember seeing your story when it aired this morning, you get to make a big impact in your community.
You do, yeah. They're out and about and, meeting with people all of the time. Of course, they do events like we just talked about last week with Santa Cop, and they have Shop with a Cop and back to school. But of course, helping people day to day in all of the other things that they need as well. And so, yeah, the officer I rode along with, she's only been a police officer for 2 years. So it was nice to get her perspective being pretty fresh out of college versus I also spoke with someone with the Cedar Rapids Police Department over 20 years. And both of them just talked about how much they really enjoy the job, especially they kind of said the same thing, just the day-to-day being different. They're not stuck at a computer. They're not doing the same thing over and over and over again. Really just mixing up their days kind of keeps the job exciting. And also, I didn't know this, but the Cedar Rapids Police Department only has 4-day work weeks. They do 4/10s instead of 5/8, and so that was something that the younger officer that I spoke with said that she really enjoys. That extra day off really makes a big difference.
Yeah, that 3-day weekend, and you're going the whole day too. I'm sure it goes by quick.
Exactly, yeah. She said, of course you're not watching the clock because you're just so busy and on the go that the day flies by. And yeah, something that she really enjoys about the job is just kind of that constant mix-up and the fact that it is go, go, go.
Right, and you have more details about how to do the academy and sign up and apply all on our website.
Yeah, all on our website. It is quite the process from when you first apply, go through academy, do all of the testing that is required, but ultimately very rewarding based on what the officers I spoke with told me.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, always great. So yeah, you'll want to get your application in if you are interested in working for the Cedar Rapids Police Department because that hiring window will be closing soon.
Yeah, we're talking about a short week this week. It also felt like the weekend was very short. It went by so quick.
I know. It did go by fast. And like I told you, I didn't get a lot of sleep this weekend. I don't know what it was. On Saturday morning, I woke up weirdly early and then couldn't go back to sleep. And then on Sunday morning, my dog started barking, woke me up. I couldn't go back to sleep. It was just one of those weekends I just didn't get a lot of sleep. So it's Monday. I feel like I should be rested, but no, I am very tired.
Right. And if people ask, do we sleep in on the weekends? I say yes until 5 o'clock, which doesn't really sound like sleeping in, but that is still 4 hours later than I normally get up.
Yeah, it's later than normal. I usually can sleep in pretty decently on weekends. I try to reset my sleep on Fridays with a big nap in the afternoon, but just not very successful this weekend. It's probably because I didn't really get a nap on Friday. That's probably what set me off. But
just the whole weekend got shifted.
Yeah, just all shifted, but it was a great weekend. I know I mentioned on Friday that I was going to be hosting a slumber party, something I hadn't done in a long time. It was super fun. So I had my mom and my sister-in-laws over, and I had my house all decorated for Christmas, and we just played lots of games. It felt like the holidays.
Yeah.
We played lots of games, ate a really nice meal together, and just kind of had that girl time to hang out, and it was really great.
That sounds awesome. We just volunteered with the Iowa Giving Bird, so that took a bit of the Sunday, but happy to do that. And then I had big plans to get some decorations done and went a little more simple. Just needed some downtime too this weekend. But yeah, I'll have a busy weekend ahead this week.
I know, so exciting to look forward to Thanksgiving, and obviously keeping an eye on that travel forecast with potential on the way home for some weather that we'll want to watch out for.
Right, We're still a few days out and things can change, but yeah, that's definitely on my mind. I've been watching the forecast and seeing if I need to change those plans or not.
Yeah, it looks like it will be good at least to get to your destination, but just want to keep an eye kind of on that forecast on your way home for sure.
Yeah, I signed up to do a turkey trot, so I'm thinking all the things I need to do to bundle up for that.
It's going to be a cold one, but I honestly think it's better sometimes to run when it's a little cold than when it's burning hot.
Yeah, it's either way though. It will be done. We're gonna run, and then the food will taste really good.
Exactly. Yeah. Is that a 5K? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That'll be perfect. That'll be so fun.
I haven't run in a while. I've been doing some more gym, so it might be more of a trot, less of a run.
Well, I bet it'll be some muscle memory. You'll probably feel great.
Yeah.
Well rested.
Good to move around before we spend the rest of the day just eating.
Yeah. Are you doing that with someone?
Yep. My brother asked if I wanted to do it, and I don't think I've run a 5K with him in a long time, so I'm excited.
Fun. Yeah, that's awesome. You guys are also cooking a lot.
Yes. Doing all the cooking.
Yeah.
getting it all done. What should we cook and what should we, things that are important, those tradition recipes. I was thinking about the menu. This is something, maybe some people think this is gross, but it's one of my favorites. Love pickled herring.
I don't know that I've had that.
Yeah, that's okay.
I would try it though.
It's pickled fish. So,
okay. I mean, I like fish and I like pickles. So maybe I'd like pickled fish.
Right. I don't remember this, but my mom said that when I was little, my grandparents, we went to Prairie du Chien, and there's this really big, it's a store, it sells boats and just a big smattering of things, and herring and cheese and all that good stuff. And they said that they bought a container, and by the time we were home, like 30 minutes later, I had eaten the whole thing. And I don't remember that, but it does sound like something I would do.
It doesn't sound like it's that bad for you, though.
Right, it's just fish. Yeah, some protein.
So is this something that you do typically for Thanksgiving time?
Yeah, but it's like always on the buffet, it's like salad bars around the area.
Yeah, I would be interested in trying that. See what it tastes like.
Our in-laws, my siblings love it. The people who married us, not a fan of it so much, but it's more for us. Just like the way that they might not be excited we're all doing a 5K on Thanksgiving.
There's two kinds of families.
Supportive.
Right? I know. Well, it's funny because there are certain foods that maybe your family makes that can kind of become nostalgic to you.
Yeah.
Because you've eaten them growing up, and then maybe your spouse or somebody new to your family tries it, and they're like, "What is this? What is this tradition? What is this
passing
food?"
this along. Yeah.
Yeah. My dad grew up in Tucson, and so my family has always done tamales on Christmas Eve. We have a big kind of Mexican spread of tamales. My grandma makes a homemade bean soup. It's a whole thing. I remember when me and my siblings have all brought home our spouses for the first time when we were dating, and you kind of explain, okay, this is what we do on Christmas Eve. It's not maybe tradition for a lot of people, but we're gonna eat tamales. They're gonna be spicy, so be ready. But that's just something that's continued all these years.
Right, I love those traditions.
I know, it's so fun to hear about people's different ones too, because every family kind of has their own little unique things they do.
Oh, absolutely. And just hopefully everybody gets to enjoy those this year too.
I know, yeah. Hopefully you're able to get out, gather with some loved ones, and get a little time away this week.
Well, thanks for joining us for Rise and 9.
Have a great rest of the day.